Hi, I'm Kevin. I've retired from work in Australia and I'm living here 1 year at a time in Chiang Mai, Thailand, using it as a base to travel in Southeast Asia. This is my journey. This is 52 weeks. I've been doing a little bit of travel this year. It is nice to get back into the routine of breakfast on the balcony. But I did really enjoy the travelling. Recently I've been to Malaysia and Singapore, and one of the things I noticed there was that whilst they did have the convenience stores in those towns, they didn't seem to be quite as convenient as 7 is here in Thailand. And it got me wondering whether I could get by on what I can source from 7-Eleven for a day. And I think I can. They're pretty resourceful. I've decided to give it a go. So I went out this morning and got some supplies for breakfast. So I'm having some yogurt with muesli and Milo flavoured cereal for breakfast. And it's not bad either. And I got some iced green tea with honey also. So breakfast is working out quite well so far. I had hoped to get out today, do a few things, but it's a bit rainy, so I got myself a raincoat whilst I was at 7-Eleven as well, just in case I need it. But yeah, I'm not sure how far out I'll get today, but the good news is there's 3 7-Elevens within easy walking distance of my apartment, so the experiment will go on. And there's also a couple if the weather clears a little bit, which are a little bit of a walk. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I get out. But for now, I'm finishing breakfast. As you can see, I am still on the balcony, but it has turned into a bright, sunshiny day. There's a bit of water around from the rain, but yeah, I think it will be okay to get out and about. But before I do, I decided I'd go downstairs and get some morning tea because I was a bit hungry. So I got myself a vanilla Coke. and a pineapple pie. So I'm going to finish morning tea and then I'll get out and do a few things. Well, the skies are largely blue. A few clouds about, but they're mainly the white, fluffy variety. There is a little bit of water lying about though, so that means two things. One, my feet might get wet, which I'm trying to avoid, as well as motorcycles. And two, it is quite steamy. But nevertheless, it's good to get out for a bit of a wander. The good news is that when you are out and about, certainly in Chiang Mai, but generally speaking in Thailand, you're never too far away from a 7-Eleven, which means there's always a snack and a cool drink pretty close by. Okay, it is lunchtime and I'm near the Chiang Mai railway station, so I went to the 7-Eleven across the road from that, and I have picked up a couple of toasted sandwich, one toasted cheese sandwich and one toasted cheese and spinach sandwich for lunch, with a sparkling summer fruits tea. So 7 hasn't let me down yet. Well, that was a reasonably productive afternoon. I went over to the Central Festival Mall, to the DJI shop, and got some advice with how to operate a couple of things on my new radio mics. So that was good. And I also got a smaller bag for toting around while I'm filming things. Surprising how big bags are. They look kind of small on the rack, and then you pair them up with the one that you think is big that you're lugging around, and they're the same size. But I found one eventually. So yeah, productive day. So I'm heading for home now, and hopefully I'll get there before any storms happen. I did get a drink, stopped into a 7-Eleven and got a drink for the way home. I'll probably stop off and pick up some afternoon tea when I get down near the river as well, so we'll have a look. I know there's a 7-Eleven down there, so we'll see what we can get, maybe a snack and a drink. But so far it's been a good day. Well, I've made it to the river, and I could stop off and grab a muffin and an iced tea, an afternoon tea on the seat over there by the river. But my instinct is to try and beat the weather home. So I think I will forego afternoon tea and do just that. It is getting reasonably dark. Don't know if I'll make it home, but I'll give it a go. There are some preliminary drops falling. So I didn't quite make it home, but I am quite close. I can see my building through the trees, and hopefully we'll make it before a downpour begins. We live in hope. Well, I almost made it, but not quite. I did have to dig out the umbrella and I got a little wet, hence the change of clothes. You might be able to tell it is night time now, so I'm going to have some dinner. I actually went to 7 on the way home, so grabbed some beef with basil and chili and rice, and I also got some snacks for later on tonight, so yeah, I'm all set for the rest of the evening. I have to say it is possible to go through a day only getting what you need from 7-Eleven. I wouldn't recommend it, not because it's bad. The food's actually quite good, and it's worth just bearing in mind if you need something quick and something easy. 7-Eleven's got meals and snacks and stuff like that, so I would say that 7-Eleven is more convenient than the convenience stores in Malaysia and Singapore. One thing I will say though is that in Malaysia the 7-Elevens quite often have a spot for you to sit down and kind of enjoy your snack or your drink in the air-conditioned comfort of the store. So that's one thing that Malaysia does better than Thailand, I think. But apart from that, there's more stuff available in Thailand, in my opinion. So, as I say, it is possible, but you know, there's lots of other stuff in Thailand as well, so I wouldn't plan your trip around eating only at 7-Eleven, but it is a good stopgap. So I'm going to have my dinner now and just relax into the evening, and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching my video. I really appreciate the company. If you made it all the way to the end here but aren't a subscriber, you might like to consider subscribing by clicking here. Or if you'd just like to see something else that I've made, click here for something I think you'd like. And if you're feeling like a real binge, click here and it will take you to one of my playlists. Hope to see you on the journey again soon.